Well, hey there, everyone. It's Gigi's Sober Son. Just out for my morning beach walk. Thought I'd check in. October 13th, AA thought for the day. AA work is 100% voluntary. It depends on each and every one of our members to volunteer to do his or her share. Newcomers can sit on the sidelines until they have got over their nervousness and confusion. They have a right to be helped by all until they can stand on their own feet. But the time inevitably comes when they have to speak up and volunteer to do their share in meetings and in 12th step work. Until that time comes, they are not a vital part of AA. They are only in the process of being assimilated. Oh man, weird verbiage here. Has my time come to volunteer? There's a few things that came up as I was reading that in this low light. Yes, it's 100% voluntary, and I love that about AA. That I don't like. It's not a situation where we have to, we don't. They say sometimes it's good to have skin in the game. In other words, if you pay for it, for help, you're more likely to get something out of it. You're more likely to try harder if there's some pain involved in the process. But in terms of helping other people, and in terms of getting help, it's better that they come alongside you, is basically what I'm saying. We come alongside new people, and I think our words carry more weight because we're not getting paid, right? And I've thought about being a sober coach or a sober companion at one point, after I retired from the military. But then I thought that adds another layer of complication. And then I feel like I've got to be professional level. Give professional level advice. And there's pressure there to do that, right? But that's the simplicity of the AA program and the simplicity of how we grow and recover and help others. It just seems natural, right? And that's what sometimes I get a little, I don't know, I find newcomer meetings where everybody well, not everybody, but some people kind of feel the need to be salespeople for AA, right? Like sell the newcomer on the idea of AA and recovery. And I'm always mindful of that at newcomer meetings, and really focus on avoiding being a salesperson for AA. But some weird verbiage in this reading. They have a right to be helped by all. Everybody has a right to get sober and have access to the AA program. They don't have a right necessarily to be served by all, right? And I don't want to tell new people that have never been to a meeting. They might come in and feel entitled, and nobody feels entitled. I mean, nobody likes somebody who's entitled, and if they get shunned because they're acting entitled, then that doesn't work out. And when it says until that time comes when it's time for them to volunteer, they are not a vital part of AA. And I think that's not true. I don't think that's true. Newcomers, if we had no newcomers, I've seen meetings that stagnate because they get no newcomers coming in. And so I've heard people say this. I don't know if it's in any of the literature where it says that we are, tell the newcomer, you're the most important person in the room. Now that might make them start feeling entitled, but they, if, like I said, if we don't get new people coming in, then we die. We stagnate. And I'm super grateful to the men in my early home group, because they encouraged me to share even though I didn't have a lot of sober time, even though I didn't have really a lot of program to offer. They encouraged me to share anyway. There wasn't very many of us, and we would sit in silence for a while, and that's where I learned to meditate. Because if somebody didn't have something to share, we sat in silence, right? And I love that, because I think it's been my experience, I should say, that it's important to learn how to meditate, one, and two, it's helpful to know that just sharing where I am emotionally, socially, spiritually in early recovery is vitally important for folks who have been around a while to remember what that's like, right? So share in meetings regardless. Meditation for the day. God's kingdom on earth is growing slowly, like a seed in the ground. In the growth of His kingdom, there is always progress among the few who are out ahead of the crowd. Keep striving for something better, and there can be no stagnation in your life. Eternal life, abundant life, is yours for the seeking. Do not misspend time over past failures. Ooh. Count the lessons learned from failures as rungs upon the ladder of progress. Press onward toward the goal. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be willing to grow. I pray that I may keep stepping up on the rungs of the ladder of life. Oh, that's awesome. So, I shared enough. We'll leave it there. I love you guys. Keep coming back. Look up. Aim up. Rise up.